every time you think about that thing, it's gonna eat you up. And let me tell you something, man. You don't have to let it eat you up. Don't let it eat you up, man. It'll make you bitter. It'll just take you to this place where you're just disgusted every time you think about a certain thought. And honestly, guys, you want to be living like that? Imagine you're having a good time, you're having a really nice day, and all of a sudden you think about that person. And because you still have that hatred inside you towards that person, guess what? Now that just ruined your day, because now you have that anger and that bitterness just attacking you inside you. There's a friend that comes to my house. She's not exactly my friend, but she's my mom's friend. And she actually not raised me, she helped when I was like, a little baby. She was always there, helped my mom with me a lot. She's definitely like a big part of the family. She was always there. And now, she's been coming every so and then. She's been coming, every now and then. And every single time it comes, it feels like she's just on the phone with this guy. And this guy is her so-and-so called boyfriend. But that relationship is as toxic as it gets, guys. I mean, I've seen toxic relationships, but man, that is a toxic relationship. And I just find it extremely sad how people, they know they're injecting that poison in themselves, They know that that relationship is toxic, and they know that they're gonna, that person is only using them, or that person is only just, using them because they want some money, or because they're bored and they just want to talk to someone, so they and I've seen that. I've seen that. Again, I'm not talking from the third person view. I'm no stranger to those type of things. I've had some experience, but with other people, it's taken to a whole new level. I mean, one of my family members, I was talking to him, and it was just, man, if you would know how much he was used, just giving him much advice. And I'm not saying, oh, look at me, look what I'm doing. No, I'm saying it in the simple fact that the message of this is, guys, if you're in a toxic relationship, or if you know someone's just using you, leave. Trust me, you're gonna find someone better, right? You hear that a lot. Oh, leave, this and that. And I know it's easier said than done, right? I know it is easier said than done, but trust me and believe me, if you stay in that relationship, you are going to regret it. It's better that way. Let things happen, whatever. But man, I've seen people used, beaten, stabbed in the back, completely just reviled, completely just, man, I've heard some things, man, and yeah, guys, if you're in a type of relationship like that, leave. It's not worth it, but believe me, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna feel a lot better. It might hurt a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month, but trust me, it's gonna feel so much better when that toxic person is just out of your life. It's gonna feel so much better, And the reason I made this video is because this just recently happened, I was in the kitchen and, man, she was going off on this guy. She was, let's just say that he's completely using her, completely, like, she's paying for things and he's out there with another girl. I'm not, it's crazy, guys, but, just see that relationship. It's really, listen, guys, I'm not saying not to completely get that person out of your life. Yes, in a way I'm saying that, but I also mean it in a way of leave it off in good terms. Don't hold anything against anyone. Again, this is just for those people, whoever needs to hear this, they know who they are, They're that person that I'm referring to, he's gonna hear this. That person, he's going to hear this. He knows who he is. But there are other people also who need to hear this as well. So, not necessarily in my life, just people that I know. Honestly, guys, you're gonna feel so much better once you just realize, okay, we're in good terms for this, and I forgave him. Don't hold anything against anyone, guys. Don't. It'll only make you bitter. It will only make you bitter. Believe me. If you hold something that strong against someone and you just keep it bottled up inside, it'll eat you up. Every time you think about that thing, it's gonna eat you up. And let me tell you something, man. You don't have to let it eat you up. Don't let it. Don't let it eat you up, man. It'll make you bitter. It'll just take you to this place where you're just disgusted every time you think about a certain thought. And honestly, guys, you want to be living like that? Imagine you're having a good time, you're having a really nice day, and all of a sudden you think about that person. And because you still have that hatred inside you towards that person, guess what? Now that just ruined the day, because now you have that anger and that bitterness just attacking you inside you. Not only that, Jesus says forgive, or you're not going to be forgiven. See, Jesus is not going to forgive you if you don't forgive. He won't. And you know what's even worse? Jesus says he will hand you over to the tormentors if you do not forgive. You know who the tormentors are? The demons. There are a lot of people and there are a lot of Christians out there that they're under the attack of the demons, that God has given the demons permission to go out there and attack their lives and make their lives like a living hell. All because they didn't forgive. Forgiveness is such a big thing. It is such a big thing. I mean, think about it. Jesus is the perfect example. They did everything to him. They spit in his face. They mocked him. They got on his knees and they mocked him in the sense of worship. When he asked for water, they gave him vinegar to drink. I mean, they slapped him. They nailed him to the cross. And through all that, you know what he said? He looked up and he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. He said, forgive them. They know not what they do. That is love. That is forgiveness. You think you can forgive someone? You think you would be able to forgive someone if they're literally nailing you to a cross and you're completely innocent? Jesus did nothing wrong. Perfect, sinless man. Nothing. They crucified an innocent man. Innocent above all. It does not get any more innocent than the Lord Jesus Christ. It does not. They crucified him, spit in his face. They tore him open with a cat of nine tails. Everything. Put a crown of thorn on his head. They did all of that, but guess what? They couldn't stop him from loving. No one can stop you from loving. If you make up your mind that you want to love, no one can stop you. I mean, people can do whatever they want to you. They can curse at you. They can talk behind your back. They can spread rumors. They can do everything they want to do. But let me tell you something. No one can stop you from loving. No one. Loving is a commandment. It's not a choice. You can choose to love someone and forgive someone. Guys, honestly, if you keep it inside, it'll tear you down. Believe me, don't let it. Listen, forgive, saying, hey, listen, okay, everything you did, I forgive you. Doesn't matter how much you've been used, doesn't matter how much hurt they caused, no matter what, just forgive them. Say, you know what, I know you did all this, but I forgive you. That's it. Forgive them, get them out of your life, saying, listen, I forgive you, I have nothing against you. Now, if they text you, yeah, stay friends in a sense, but listen, don't take it any further than that. Don't take it any further. Leave. I'm telling you guys, leave and forgive. And everything that comes with that is just having that sense of worthlessness, having that sense of, you actually start blaming yourself, thinking that it's because of you, or, the relationship is the way it is because you didn't do this or you didn't do that. It's not you. If your heart's in the right place, and it's not you. Guess what? You know what happens in most of those cases? I would say more than 85% of those cases, the person that's using you, the person who's completely backstabbing you, just using you for money or for just attention or for whatever the reason is, you know what happens to that person? Once you truly move and you leave from that person, you start to realize. That realization comes to them like a truck. I mean, it comes hard. And once they realize, oh man, it's going to be too late. Because guess what? Yeah, you've forgiven, but, you can forgive, but it's not exactly easy to forget. You can't forget that. It's impossible to forget something like that. I can't tell you forget about what you did. It's just not possible. Those memories are still going to be there. Those memories are still going to be there. Those memories are still going to be there. So, honestly, guys, just no matter what happens, just know that it doesn't matter what people say about you. It doesn't matter what they might talk about you in bags, rumors they spread. Because if your heart is in the right place, and you're going out there and you're putting a smile, and imagine that everyone's talking behind your back. Everyone is just gossiping and rumoring about you, and you know it, and they know that you know. And they're laughing at you, and they're doing all these things with you, and you walk into that room, and you have a smile on your face, and you say, "Hi, how are you guys?" And you give them a nice little smile and handshake, and you even offer them some food. You're like, "You guys want something to eat? I'll buy you something to eat." That's love, man. That's love. And you know what that does? You know what that does to the human heart? You know what that does? Imagine that. You're talking complete trash about someone. You're mocking them. You're ridiculing them. Spreading all these false rumors about them. And then having that person come up to you, give you a smile and say, "Hey, man, you want to go get something to eat?" Man, that is love. That is love. You can change a whole situation with the example of the love of Jesus Christ. If you love like the Lord Jesus Christ, you can revolutionize a whole situation. You can. You can. Don't let it get to you, guys. You know, it's so easy to lash out and start cussing everyone and telling everyone to screw off and they're fake and this, but where's that going to lead? It's only going to lead to more mocking, more ridicule, and say, "Oh, look at him, he's mad." Or you give him a smile, offer him something to eat, and say, "Hey, listen, man, it's all right. No, don't worry about it." Imagine that. Imagine the way that they'll feel. They'll be like, "Oh my goodness, like this guy's being so nice to me, and I was being such a jerk to him." That is the definition of killing them with kindness. You know, you've probably heard that before. Kill them with kindness. So that's a core. That's what it's all about. I mean, if you love like the Lord Jesus Christ, no one can stop you from loving. Remember that. And if you love like the Lord Jesus Christ, you are going to revolutionize everything. 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 If your heart is in the right place, listen, guys. If your heart is in the right place, you'll get far. You will get to a place where you're just floating along and you know that, wow, like, yeah, listen, they could say anything about you, and, you know, the feelings are going to come sometimes of hatred and you want to hate them, but once you deny that feeling and you say, "No, you know what? It's alright, you know, I get it. You know, they can say everything they want about me. I don't hate them." That's complete. That's something different. I mean, that's just something of a whole different, like, realm right there. Like, once you get into that realm of love and kindness, it's just, man, it's kind of hard not to bring a smile to your face. You know, you can be, you know, you can be that jerk that's spreading the rumors, and if someone shows you that love and that kindness, even for them, it's going to be hard not to smile. And I guarantee you something. I guarantee you one thing. When that person goes home at night, they lay their head on that pillow, it's just going to be going around their head over and over and over. And they're going to just, it's going to come. They're going to think, "Oh, man, you're really going to just, you're going to revolutionize everything." And they're going to come back and like, "You know what, man, I'm so sorry for spreading the..." Look at that. Because you showed that love, you don't have no bitterness in your heart, right? You forgave. Everything is fine. It's just, you know, and now they're out there forgiving, and then you spread and then everything is just, you know, guys, forgive. Don't let it get you. Don't keep it in. If you keep it in, it will destroy you. If you let it, don't let it. Loving someone is a choice. It's not a feeling. It's not a it's not a feeling. Same thing with forgiveness. You know, you can completely not think about forgiving someone, but when that feeling comes inside you and you're saying, "You know what? I really hate this guy, but I forgive him." Once you make that conscious decision and you truly forgive him, you're gonna start seeing how that feeling, it was just all about that. It was just about your feelings. But once you make that decision, you're gonna revolutionize yourself and the whole situation, all because you show the love of Jesus Christ. Revolutionize a whole entire place with the love of Jesus Christ. You really can. Listen, guys, I'm far from perfect. Honestly, I am as far from perfect as perfect can get. Honestly, I mean, just recently, you know, a couple weeks ago, I did something, you know, that I could have definitely handled a lot better, but I didn't. So, you know, it's just a sense of, you know, no matter what happens, no matter how much you slip up, God's always there, and you learn from them. And eventually you're gonna get to that point where you're at that stage where you're so good at showing love, and you know, your heart is just completely transformed. There's gonna be some times where you're gonna want to hate people, you know, people are gonna do something that really gets clicks on your gears, but it's just the way that you handle situations. It's the way that you portray yourself, and the way that you really just decide that you want to handle that situation. So, honestly, guys, the love of Jesus Christ is it's like none other. It really is like none other. If you love with that kind of love, man, you know what that does? That goes deep down into someone's heart, and that digs deep without you even having to dig. You know what I mean? If you show that kind of love, and like I said, it's gonna go around in their head, and it's gonna go around and around. It's just gonna keep going and going and going, and it's gonna eat them up inside. And eventually they'll come and they're so sorry. Yeah, how hard someone's heart you might think it is. With the love of Christ, everything it's possible. It's possible. It really is. The love of Christ is something else. So